say it's a beautiful thing. Submission is not a bad thing. So when you're talking about unequally yoked, I think when it comes to marriage, a lot of women.
That's what brings that's a major cause of the unequal yoke.
That's all I was about to
Now,
say.
women can vet too. Vet
Listen.
your husband. You know what I'm saying? Follow God. God will throw you the right husband, so you won't be like, dang, I'm submissive to a whoremongering husband.
So this
Because whoremongering husbands exist.
they do.
You know.
So here's the thing. What I would have to say with that, I wouldn't advise anyone.
Loyalty is huge.
Loyalty is great.
And equally yoked.
But,
These words,
but
loyalty, like all this.
I wouldn't advise someone. If you get married, let's just say, in y'all believers, it is so important that he has a relationship with God.
Yoke, the definition, yoke, a wooden cross piece that is fastened over the necks of two animals and attached to the plow or cart that they are to pull. Straight to the thumbnail, unequally yoked.
Unequally yoked. When I hear the word unequally yoked, I think a lot of people might associate it with marriage, but it's more than just marriage. I think it's have to do with relationships altogether. Whether it's a good friendship, it can be a relationship of parent and children. I mean, it can, because you're talking about yoked. You just said is a garment that puts them together, right?
Yeah.
So if you got, just visualize this with me, you guys. If you got, whether it's a parent, a friend, whomever that you're chained to, and one person is going this way and one person is going that way, that's unequally. If you trying to tell your child to go this way and they're wanting to go this way, that's unequally. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when I hear to the plow's going forward, pulling both animals. If one animal is yoked tightly, he's going to pull and plow, and that land is going to be ready to go. Mm-hmm. The other animal tied with him, if he's not tight, if it's loose, he's not going to come along, and it's going to make it tighter on the.
So you can kill yourself.
So you can kill
you
yourself.
You can break your neck trying to pull
carry
dead weight, or pull somebody that won't move forward. So, unequally yoked is so big, and it's so important to be equally yoked with your relationships. I'm going to speak on, like friendships, right? Because sometimes there's so many people that hold on to these long-term relationships thinking, because of loyalty, or we've known each other for so long, but they have literally grown apart, or they are literally unequally yoked. And what that looks like for me, I've experienced a long-term friendship, 20 years or more, right? But at some time we kept clashing, we kept falling out all of a sudden. It was just like, it felt like a pull. It felt like tension, secret competition, maybe some type of envy or jealousy or something. I don't know, but it was just some type of strain. It came stressful. It becomes toxic. If every time I say something to you and you find a defense in it, that's unnecessary tension and stuff. And at this age, and as we grow as adults, you have to limit. You have to be very intentional and very careful of the amount of drama, the amount of toxic, the amount of anything that would disturb your peace. And I'm just in a place, nothing is finna disturb my peace. Everyday life, because life be lifing. Like for me, I'm married. So I have my marriage, I have my husband, I have children, grown children, little children, grandchildren. We have so much stuff that just comes with our everyday life, work, careers, businesses. My husband has a business and work, So much comes with the everyday life that that unequally yoked relationships are the ones you have outgrown. You don't have time for that, and it's okay to let those go. It's okay to say, hey, I'm moving forward and you're moving forward too, but sometimes it feels like this, so we're not moving at the same speed, and it's okay to let go. There's no love lost. I wish you well, but I'm just not gonna allow certain things into my life. I don't want to deal with a relationship or a friendship where it feels like, dang, you take offense in everything I say. Like, I said this out of the if I send you a Bible, why is there so much pushback on it? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have sent you a Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it always something that's causing? No, it's okay to let those relationships go, because 9 out of 10, y'all just unequally yoked. You're growing and they might be growing too, but it might be at different speeds. It could be they're stuck at a standstill. I mean, I'm just saying. It's okay and I'm not gonna say when it comes to your children to let go, but yeah, it's okay to break the chain and leave them in God's hands.
Well, well, being yoked, choosing to be yoked with a person in friendship, because that's what I'm hearing. That's a choice. So,
Right.
like you said, it is okay to let go of that. Rethink that choice in order to achieve the highest level of yourself. To fulfill what you trying to, do what you trying to do in your life.
Absolutely.
But I also think sometimes you know two people can be yoked together, but we can let go and not just delete it or kill it. It don't got to be killed. Uh, I'll meet you at the top because my journey to the top is going to be a little different than yours. And
Right.
then maybe we can
Back
yoke.
up once we both up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good, babe.
But right now, what I got going on and what you got going on seems to be two different directions, which would equal we're not equally yoked.
Right.
And so, since we might be going in two different directions, I don't want to be around you. Because the direction I'm going is just straight. Whatever. My towards my purpose, which is going to be towards the light of God.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what's going to guide you to your purpose. And so if you going towards your purpose and if you talking about friendships, man, I gotta let that go. I
Right.
gotta let that go.
And that's not to say that you're not moving towards the light of God neither, but we might be at different speeds.
Well, I think of the verse to say a friend will be closer than a brother. And then I actually got two actual friends. Really three. I might can count. I might can count three. But and I'm talking about besides blood members. And so I regard these guys as blood members. Uh, but we have different journeys and different aspects. But I feel like we're equally yoked because we all trying to get to the same point.
Y'all moving
We all move.
together.
Everybody is in motion. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not hurting him because I'm not plowing as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm not pulling the plow. When I'm being demanded to pull, I'm pulling.
Right. And I'm not trying to break my neck, trying to be unequally yoked to a friendship that
Well, my
I
neck
could
can
choose
break
not to.
if my buddies don't come with me, and my neck, yeah, that could definitely happen.
Friendship is one way to look at it, but when it comes to a marriage, you have to move a little differently, right? Because now you're yoked together with your husband, and y'all both have to move forward. You have to. It's just no way around it. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you have to go in a certain order. God is all about order. He's all about order. When you're married and the husband is moving, you got to move with him. You can't give him that resistance, but which again, it can call you to kill the marriage. It can cause him to kill himself or you to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to move. That's just the order of things. And you might ask, you know what I'm saying, well, if he's the head, what does that mean for me? Because, well, he has to lead. So when he has to lead, you know, the Bible tells the woman to submit. And a lot of times, we hear the word submission. I know I've been victim of it, and we think negative because it's been associated with so much negative. So many people have taken that word and abused it or taken advantage of it. But really, if as I done my research, as you know, I was telling you before, and as I really asked God to show me, and as I began to study what that really means, what He showed me was when a woman submit, not only do these people move equally yoked forward, and you know, like you said, the power is good, but she gets that power. Being submissive to your husband is a beautiful thing. It gives you the power of peace. It gives you the power to not only give you the power of peace of yourself and to set the peace in your home, it gives you self-control. That means it gives you self-control to watch how you behave, not only with your husband, but out and about. That, I mean, that submission is powerful.
I hate to interrupt you, but my uncle Cornelius Strong said, "What man doesn't want to? If a woman come to a man, a submissive woman comes to a man and asks anything of him, what man doesn't want to give her whatever she just asked?"
That part.
And I mean whatever.
Yeah, and
I'm talking about babe, I want a new purse. I mean, my God, this is a submissive woman that I desire to give her a new purse.
Well, I was getting to that. It gives you the power to get what you need from your
Man.
husband. It gives you the power of patience to be patient, not only with your husband, people, your children. It's being submissive when you really learn that. It is such a beautiful thing to see people move together in an order, because God is all about order. And you might say, well, hey, my husband, I feel he out of order. I feel that this, guess what? You do what you're supposed to do. God said for you to submit up under him because he's the head. And guess who's over him? God. So you go to God who would deal with the head, because the Bible did say that if a man mistreat his wife, that he would not hear their prayers. So that tells me there's power in your prayers. Go to who over him? Because everybody
Go
got...
tell on him.
I do.
Go tell God.
I done told God on you many times. He did this, but he's so good. God worked on me, you know what I'm saying, and told me what I need to do and stuff. And it's just, I can honestly say, it's a beautiful thing. Submission is not a bad thing. So when you're talking about unequally yoked, I think when it comes to marriage, a lot of women...
That's what brings that's a major cause of the unequal yoke.
That's all I was about to say.
Now let me give you
Let
me give you a little bit of pushback on that and why that word gets so much flack in the new age. If a woman submits to a man within a marriage.
Mm-hmm. Not only in a marriage.
Only in a marriage. We're only speaking on marriage. Submission is not for go
your
together.
boyfriend who think he own you.
Yeah, submission is not for go together. Okay, so if a woman submits to a man in a marriage, and this man takes advantage of that submission, this happens the percentage of that happening is high right now. Okay, and so it goes back to the top. That guy's relationship with the father. So if women can vet too. Vet your husband. You know what I'm saying? Follow God. God will throw you the right husband, so you won't be like, dang, I'm submissive to a whoremongering husband.
So this
because whoremongering husbands exist.
They do. So here's the thing. What I would have to say with that, I wouldn't advise anyone.
Loyalty is huge.
Loyalty is great.
And equally yoked.
But,
these words, loyalty, like all this.
I wouldn't advise someone. If you get married, let's just say, in y'all believers, it is so important that he has a relationship with God. Because if you're going to pray with God about your husband and he has no relationship, man, I don't even know what that looked like. I don't know. I haven't experienced that. I don't know. I think it would make it a little harder, because now you're dealing with a non-believer and a believer. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I have read in the Bible where it said that the believer can stand in the gap for the non-believer, but it also gives you permission, or gives that person permission to be free if the non-believer wants to go on their way and divorce them. So I believe, again, prayer is the key. Wives have so much uh, of a dude, where their head help meet, where their strength, where their other side, where their balance. So we have a lot of work to do. But I think and I know some people are like, she's always talking about prayer, and prayer, that's cute and it doesn't work and that's all people do. No, you have to really know. Like for me, when I study and as I looked into it with prayer, I had to go in a little deeper to see, okay, how to pray. What does God want me to do as I pray? What word should I say? Like, be intentional with your prayers. Know what you're going to God for, and I promise you, He will work it out. He will get everything in order, but you just have to do your part. Do your part. I also advise people not to get married if they're not healed. Like, work on your healing. If you got any type of, and I'm not saying you're not going to go to a marriage with no baggage, but just work on you. Work on you, and everything else will fall in plan. I don't advise people to get married that don't have a relationship with God. Make sure He has one. Make sure you have one. And if y'all don't, and y'all on the same playing field, then guess what? Y'all are still equally yoked, right?
Um, I, I I have a opinion on that because I think I think it's somewhere in Corinthians just speaks on the marriage of the believer and the non-believer,
It does.
and it said it twice for the man and for the woman. So if your husband doesn't believe, I don't know how you got into this. Or if your wife doesn't believe, I don't know how you really even got yourself into this. But if they love you and they loyal to you and you want to keep them, then keep them. Don't divorce them. That's basically what the word is saying. But I would much rather be in I don't want to be against my wife or having battles in the house about belief. That's that's a lot to deal with. I got to go out here and face the heat at work. I got to try to come home and keep working, and then I gotta fight you too on what we believe in the house. I mean that's a lot right there, and that's gonna bring some discord in the household.
So it's 1 Corinthians 7:14. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now they're holy.
Long as one parent
So
holy, the children even holy.
So what I would say is, if you have someone and y'all got married and y'all were unequally yoked, do your part. Do your part. Don't try to help God with, I'm going to make sure and preach to him and beat over his head with anything, because I don't think that's going to really help. I would say do your part, because the Bible says, as long as you're doing your part, guess what? They're sanctified by your, made
Or
holy.
you come to your senses and say, "Oh, I didn't know this before we got married, and now I know it." And well, hey, look, the Bible got you. Now that you found out some new information, the Bible still gonna hold you down and tell you gonna stay with these folk. You made the decision now.
Equally yoked and unequally yoked in relationships are very important. It's so important that if y'all not moving together and y'all chain together, one could kill themselves. They can break their neck trying to tote dead weight, trying to move forward. It's even more important in a marriage.
Yeah, I want to touch a little bit more on the order part, because if you're out of order, and a lot of people are, they do relationships different now. You know what I'm saying? There is no people like, ain't no head. I ain't no, and men follow women. And I don't mean that as a slight to women, because there are brilliant women. Okay, don't you get it twisted, and wonderful women in leadership. Okay, but as far as a man following a woman, this, it don't say that.
It don't.
It don't say that, and so I wouldn't to some of the beta guys and the softer guys out there, because the lady you with, you feel like she out of your league, or you feel like she gave you a chance. If you feel like that about her anyway, period, get on out of there, man. Just get on out of there, okay? You know what I'm saying? Get on out of there. Yeah, get on out of there right now. There's no point in staying because you already feel like, and you're in a position of weakness.
I went.
She gave me a chance. No, the Lord gave her to you for you to use
I wouldn't say
in the most beautiful way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm saying get on out of there, man, because I'm talking about
I get what you're
the
saying.
simps. There's a lot of them
I get
in
what you're
relationships.
saying. I do get what you're
You know
saying.
what I'm saying? She's never gonna respect you. Like she's not gonna. Since you woke up or found out what we talking about, she's not gonna reverse it and be like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna follow him because we out of order. No, she don't even respect you. She probably resents you already. Go get on out of her way and go find you somebody else that don't know you, okay? And run the whole new play. And the new play is him. You're him. You follow God. The man follows God. The woman follows man. Okay?
So-
and she just told you that go tell on your husband to God.
Because he's the head over him. So, but I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't tell them to get out. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, because
I ain't talking about a marriage.
I'm not talking. I'm saying if you're in a relationship,
Get on out of there, bro.
let me say what I gotta say. If you're in a relationship, it's okay for him if you feel, oh, she's all this, and you just adore her. There's nothing wrong with that. If you are, because there are some guys, that's just who they are. They are beta males. They weak people. It's just some guys that are weak and they need the stronger woman to help balance them. That may works for them, but at the end of the day, you, Mr. Weak Man, is still held accountable because God is still saying you are the head. So whether you want to let her make all the decisions and she make a decision to go wrong, you're still going to be held accountable. So I'm not going to say get out of there because that might work for some people because everybody is not as strong as your husband. Everybody is not as masculine as you. I mean, there's a lot of guys that lack. I'm just saying. I've seen some of these little boys around here. They lack masculinity. They lack a lot of that what I used to call and they don't have it, and that's okay because that's just who they are. So I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if they will ever be able to learn to do what you're telling them to do to be that person without God. Now God can teach them anything, but if they got that person and they do, just know you're still the head.
So it's three popular categories of guys. It's the number one that nobody talks about, Sigma. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's him. In the alpha, the guy that everybody wants to be, in the beta. Okay? These three categories, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So if I'm a beta and I get in Christ, I can be a Sigma because I don't gotta be an alpha. I don't gotta be yelling and being, all out in front or nothing like that. I can be a Sigma, fall back, still get my bag, still stand on purpose because a Sigma ain't going.
A lone wolf.
He's a lone, a Sigma male is not going at all. He ain't paying you no mind. He's gonna follow God, okay? But he ain't finna do no whole lot of arguing. He ain't finna do no whole lot of woofing. Yeah,
a lone wolf.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. So, God can help you guys, softer guys, betas, incels. That's the new. They incels.
Jesus. Okay, so I don't know. I've just never been, because of my strong personality and independence. I just can't. I would not be attracted to a weaker man. I actually think women that's strong,
she just said she's not even attracted to you. So you in a relationship with her, you go together with her, and she's not even really attracted to you. She liked the bag, she liked the security, and if you think in 2024, 2025 with these crazy tickets out here, what is it? Inflation going crazy right now. If you think she ain't gonna take your bag, take you up on your bag and your security, You're crazy, bro. Don't get used like that, man. Go ahead
I
and
was
keep it
just
moving.
gonna say
You
that
go work a
if you're
12-hour
dating,
shift and she telling you what to do after work.
if you're dating and you have, you're dating and a woman, most strong independent women do not want to date a male. If they're dating you, he's right, they're mostly probably using you. I know when I was single and dating, I used a lot of men that and they might have thought I was so in love with, and I did not care about them. I just cared what they could do for me. Most and strong independent women want somebody who can take that lead, can take control and put them into place. I can honestly, we had a situation where my husband had to put me in place, and I was attracted to it. It was just like, oh, okay, thanks. You know what I'm saying? So most women are like that, but it's okay if you are that type of person. You want to remain that type of person.
You can at least be a Sigma.
You can. It's okay.
That's actually the
Just
highest
know that
level.
once you get into that relationship, that you're still, the order of things still go. God is all about order. Women, God is all about order. I don't care if you feel like, well, he didn't do this, or I don't agree. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree to be in order. You just got to do your part and allow God to do the rest. I don't have to agree with everything my husband wants me to do. But for me to be pleasing in God's sight, and I told him this before, I want to be not only a good wife to him, but I want to be a good wife in God's sight. That's who matters at the end, because that's who I'm going to stand before. I can't stand and say my husband did this. You know what I'm saying?
People don't like order just like they don't like rules, or they don't like people just don't, people don't like the truth. The truth hurts.
It
If you
does.
tell your best friend the truth, back to unequally yoked friendships, you can ruin a friendship. How can I ruin a friendship because I told you something that's true? I'm supposed to be your friend. I'm not supposed to lie to you.
And it's okay
You
if they
see,
can. I've
it's,
recently done that.
yeah.
I recently had a friend, and I felt the need to be very honest. Did it ruin their friendship? No. Did they need some time
To
to
digest,
digest what I said?
yeah,
Yes. But
reflect.
at the end of the day, the love is still there. The respect is still there. It wasn't a tug of war. It was well, you need to work on this. And because you got some people, when you tell them truth now, they want to try to go because they resist it. And again, it goes to, like you said, unequally yoked. That friend was able to take everything I said. Yes, they needed some time. But at the end of the day, we're still friends. We still got to love each other. I told another person some truth, and they want to go back and forth. And again, that's that toxic. And be intentional what you allow in your life. You don't have to, like you said, it's a decision with that friendship. You don't have to. You can decide not to deal with that. It is okay. You can love them from a distance. You don't have to deal with that. Let go unnecessary toxic, unnecessary negativity, anything that is going to prevent you from being the best version of you. It's okay to let it go.
And in friendships, you're gonna bring that to wherever you go too, because you take you wherever you go. So if me and my buddy, we done had a fallout. I mean, what's the chances of me and my wife having a fallout later on this evening? You see what I'm saying? And this situation wasn't even worth. I got to take this home, and I'm already frustrated. I don't want to deal with you like that, bud.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't got to be buddies.
That's right. You don't have to deal with it. So
Yeah.
it's just so important. It's just so important. And again, order. God is just about order. Whether you like it or not, what he's saying or your husband doing, if he says, and just know what that looks like to y'all. Because again, a lot of people do take